Alana Maya with Waterworld Magazine. I'm here today with Josh Gable, the Centrisys CNP Sales Director, and Michael Copper, the CEO and President of Centrisys CNP. Thank you both for taking the time to speak with me today.
You're welcome.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to talk to both of you about your THK sludge thickening process. Let's jump right into it and talk to me about what makes the THK different than some other centrifugal sludge thickening technologies on the market.
I take that one then. Okay, we developed the thickening machine based on what we have learned about the need of thickening waste-activated sludge. It's a complete different new concept relatively to a centrifuge. We did not take a dewatering centrifuge and modify it to thickening centrifuges like others did. We developed a brand new centrifuge from scratch, from the beginning, to thicken waste-activated sludge at the time, to improve performance without polymer, lower power consumption, to fit into the market. Josh, you can step in.
Yeah, I think that the thickening centrifuge that we've come up with is important for the industry because it provides a means of accomplishing something which many plants need to do, but it does so in a more effective way by utilizing less polymer. So as compared with some of the other processes that are out there, like rotary drum thickeners and gravity belt thickeners, we're able to accomplish the same thing, but ultimately with less inputs. And if you compare it to other centrifuges that are on the market that are used for the same thing, like Michael just explained, we're able to get substantially more throughput through the unit and consume less power at the same time. So, depending on what you're comparing it to, there's different benefits, but overall, it's a big addition to the marketplace.
Josh, you mentioned some of the other technologies out there. Can you talk to me about how this thickener might be a better alternative as compared to hydrolysis treatment, for example?
Well, in the case of hydrolysis, I think I would say it's not necessarily better or worse than hydrolysis. In some ways, it accomplishes the same thing, but it also can work synergistically with hydrolysis. So, as an example, our sister company CNP, or as part of Centrisys CNP, has the Pondus technology, which is utilized for sludge hydrolysis. The first step in that process is sludge thickening. So our THK is the perfect tool to utilize, upstream of that technology. And depending on the hydrolysis technology you're using, there's going to be some type of solid liquid separation if it's just depending on how thick the material is going to be. So sometimes for some of the thick hydrolysis technologies that are out there, you would actually frequently use a centrifuge, but you might go all the way to dewatering. So not to get off topic, but at any rate, the thickening centrifuge works well with hydrolysis in some cases. And for smaller plants, just thickening the sludge up is probably going to be the most cost-effective method for, volume reduction of your material and minimizing the cost of anaerobic digestion. I think at some point, in terms of looking at different plant sizes, hydrolysis is not going to be cost-effective. Thickening your sludge is going to be more of a low-hanging fruit.
Michael, did you have anything to add to that?
Well, to answer your question, what you asked before, relatively to different technologies, when we developed the THK, we looked at the advantages and disadvantages of each of the technologies. By then developing the THK machine, we looked at the power consumption, which was high, like Josh said, on the other modified dewatering machines for thickening machine. We looked at the polymer consumption on the competitive piece of equipment like rotary drum and gravity belt thickeners. And we looked at how can we accomplish what we wanted to do by, in a lot of cases, don't even use any polymer, and to reduce the power consumption from a modified dewatering centrifuge. And that was our goal. And I mean, we have achieved that goal. And the first machine we ever installed was in Kenosha here. And the plant manager was very kind to us. And he said, look, I don't want a free machine, but if the machine works as good as you promise us it will do, I will buy it. And we run it for about 2 months, and he bought the machine. So what better compliment can you get than having that done? So in the meantime, that machine is used for innovative process changes, which happen right now, like Josh explained with the hydrolysis or with the digester improvement. So in the meantime, all of that works well for us, and the machine also works very, very well for any kind of biological, organical materials. So not only that this machine is extraordinary for the waste-activated sludge or the thickening, but we just sold several machines for protein recovery. As you think about, a protein is very similar to waste-activated sludge and yeast recovery. And so therefore, that machine has an extraordinary market in that field as well. So that machine is a multitask machine, and it was actually surprising to us it works so well everywhere else.
So I understand that you've got a few installations going right now, and some of them are rather innovative, which is really interesting for an industry that doesn't innovate very quickly. Josh, can you talk to me about where some of those installations are and what they look like?
Yeah, so I think as Michael mentioned, our first installation was in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and we used that initially on waste-activated sludge only. As the plant did, upgraded their entire biosolids process, they added in actually a hydrolysis technology, our hydrolysis technology, Pondus, and so as part of that, they implemented sludge thickening also for primary sludge. So now they have 2 THKs, 200 centrifuges, and the Pondus process running. And then downstream of the digester, they have a Centrisys dewatering unit and then a sludge dryer. So that plant in particular has done some innovative things. Specific to the THKs, we've got a number of other installations that followed Kenosha. Whitewater, Wisconsin comes to mind as one for it's kind of innovative. They use the same thickening unit they multi-purpose the unit for waste-activated sludge and digested sludge. They do a liquid land app program, so that's pretty novel. Recently, we installed a couple of THK 600 units in San Antonio, and those are being used for a co-thickening application. So the primary and the waste-activated sludge get blended together before going into thickening, and that actually is pretty neat because that enables us to go to a higher solids on the outlet. So pushing that solids concentration upstream of anaerobic digestion even higher. And then, there's some of the other installations that we have going in. We're starting up 3 units right now for the city of Lincoln and in Nebraska, and we have got a unit in Fargo, North Dakota, as well as one in Wyoming, Michigan. And, I almost forgot, Belvedere, Illinois.
And Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Oh, thank you, Michael. It's too many to count. We've made a lot of progress over the last few years.
At 6 THK 600 operating in Beijing, as well as we are shipping right now the first one to Sharjah in the Middle East.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, I forgot some of the big ones.
Yeah.
Good thing you were on, Michael.
Thanks.
So if people are interested in learning any more about any of the products or perhaps setting up a pilot of their own, where can they go?
They can reach out to us through our website and learn more also about our thickening centrifuges and our dewatering equipment as well.
Well, great. Thank you both so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
For Water World Magazine, I'm Alana Maya.